Hi, and welcome to Brixton Online Music Lessons. Today I'm going to show you a simple exercise that you can do that will help improve your left hand and your right hand technique. Good technique is really important, especially when you're starting out, because it's going to help you develop and maintain good playing habits and good tone. So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some right hand technique. We're going to start off with the pick. We're going to place it between our index and our thumb and have just a little bit of the pick sticking out. What we're going to do now is we're going to practice some up and down strokes, just to kind of get used to picking a little bit. What we're going to do is try to keep our hand off the guitar for now, and it's just slowly going up and down. We're going to start on the 6th string. This is the E string, or the low E. I want to try to keep it consistent. When that's feeling pretty good, we're going to move to the 5th string, which is the A string. Now the 4th string, which is the D string. Now the 3rd string, which is the G string. Simple down and ups. Now the 2nd string, which is the B string. And finally, the 1st string, which is the high E. I'm going to use a metronome at a slow tempo to help familiarize myself with the exercise, and then I'm going to gradually speed up the metronome. If you don't have a metronome, you can go to metronomeonline.com, use a program like GarageBand, or just tap your foot to keep a consistent tempo. Now we want to talk about some left hand technique. What we want to do is keep in mind where our thumb is. You want to keep it in the center of the neck. Where's the wrist? You want to keep it low and relaxed. This allows easy access on the higher strings and lower strings. And then the 3rd thing we want to keep in mind for now is we want to use the tips of our fingers. Just like that. Notice my knuckles sticking out. If you use the meat of your finger, you might get buzz. The other thing is where you're fretting. If you're too far behind, you'll get a buzz sound. You want to get it right behind the fret. So what we're going to do to keep this simple is we're going to number everything right now. So this is our 1st finger, our 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We're also going to number the strings. The high E is the 1, the B is the 2, the G is the 3, the D is the 4, the A is the 5, and the E is the 6. This is the low E, and the frets. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our 1st finger. We're going to put it on the 1st fret on the 1st string. With the pick, we're going to hit it on the downstroke. Now think of those rules that we talked about. Where's the thumb? Where's the wrist? Take your time, the tip of the finger, and when you got it, you're going to hit that note. And you're going to do a downstroke. Then reach up with your 2nd finger. Think of where your hand is, what your hand's doing. Hit it on the upstroke. Then reach up with your 3rd finger. And then your pinky. Notice my fingers are close to the fretboard, they're not getting too far away. And once you got that and everything sounds good, we're going to move up a fret. Same thing. Up, down. Then you're going to move up to the 3rd fret. You're going to slowly do this exercise. Take your time. You're going to do this until your pinky hits the 12th fret, the 2 dots. So now that you're familiar with the exercise, we're going to use the metronome. I'm going to set it at 50 BPMs, but feel free to set it up at whatever tempo is good for you. And I'm going up by 10 BPMs, but you can go up by 5, 2, whatever works best. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. down strokes. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now we're at the 12th, we're going to go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another thing you can do now is you can play in a position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the 6th string and I'm going to work my way down. Instead of working up the neck, I'll stay in a position. 3, 4. It's important to practice this exercise on a different string or in a different position every day. Today we only practiced on the 1st string or the high E string, so tomorrow pick the B string or the 2nd string and practice. Start slow and gradually work your way up using a metronome. When you can play on all the strings confidently at 120 or 130, you're ready for the second part of this exercise. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the second part of the technique exercise. It's based on the same principles as the previous exercise, but what we're going to do is we're going to mix up the order of our fingers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the possible finger combinations. So what I recommend is you hit pause, write them out, and you're ready to go. So now what we're going to do with this exercise is we're going to play the exact same thing, going up this direction then back down, but instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to change the order up. So for example, we're going to pick 1, 3, 2, 4. And this is what I mean. In a position, each finger is responsible for its own fret. So we're going to start with the 1, reach up with the 3, and then the 2, and then reach up with the 4. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move up a position. Now each finger is responsible for a different fret, but it's the same order. 1. So now that you've taken some time to get used to that exercise, let's do some speeds of it. I'm going to start at 60 and we'll work our way up the neck. 2, 3, 4. We're going to go backwards. 2, 3, 4.